PaM++ Brand Talk, your go-to podcast for smart branding and real marketing.
All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about personal branding, but let's just forget all the buzzwords for a second. Think of this as a straight-up survival skill for the modern world. It's your digital handshake, it's your first introduction, and honestly, it's your golden ticket, all rolled into one. Because in a world that moves this fast, how you show up online isn't just a nice-to-have, it's everything.
I mean, think back for a minute. Remember that? The firm handshake, the crisp suit, that one face-to-face meeting where you had to make your mark? That was the whole game, wasn't it? It all happened inside four walls. Yeah, cute. Because that world, it's gone. It's so far in the rearview mirror. See, before you even get a chance to walk into that room, people have already decided who you are. Your first impression happens right here, on a screen. And that brings us right to our first big idea, your digital first impression. Before you even say a single word, your online presence has already introduced you, for better or for worse. It's literally doing the talking for you, right this second. And look, this isn't just a list of websites. These things create a whole picture of you. Your LinkedIn, sure, that's your resume. But your Instagram, that shows your personality. What comes up when someone Googles you? That's basically your public record. And a personal website or a portfolio of your work, that's not a business card anymore. It's your 24/7 advocate, proving you're the real deal in your space. And this is exactly why it's so critical. If you're just sitting back and doing nothing, you're not leaving a blank slate. Oh no. You're letting an algorithm, some random online mentions, and maybe some seriously outdated info define who you are. That is a huge risk you just can't afford to take. You have to be the one in the driver's seat. Okay, so let's build on that. Having a digital presence isn't enough if it's just robotic, People connect with people, not with polished corporate speak. Your brand has to feel alive. It needs a pulse.
And this means being unapologetically, relentlessly human. Share the messy journey, not just the perfect highlight reel. Talk about the things you actually stand for. Let your personality, your humor, all your little quirks shine through. Because let's be real, the era of playing it safe and sounding like everybody else is completely over.
And really that's the bottom line, isn't it? When people feel like they know the real you, they don't just follow you, they start to trust you. They become loyal. And that kind of connection is something that no amount of slick marketing can ever replicate. So this brings us to a really interesting, really modern challenge. We've got all this incredible technology at our fingertips, right? But how do we use it without losing that essential human spark? This is what we're calling the personal touch paradox.
The key here is all about balance. Let AI do the heavy lifting. Use it to personalize content, automate some of the grind, and analyze data. But, and this is a big but, never ever let it replace your secret sauce. That's your unique point of view, your authentic voice, your personality. That's the stuff that makes people remember you. The tech is the tool, but you are the artist.
Okay, so you're being authentic, you're using tech smartly, but wow, the internet is a crowded place. How in the world do you cut through all that noise? Well, you get specific. Trying to be everything to everyone is a recipe for being nothing to no one.
This is where something called micro-branding comes in. It's all about going deep, not wide. You find your little corner of the internet and you just completely own it. Instead of shouting to a massive crowd that doesn't care, you're having a real conversation with a smaller, super engaged group that actually trusts you. You're not just building a following, you're building a tribe.
And here's the playbook. First, find that very specific space where your passion and your expertise crash into each other. Second, don't just add to the noise. Drop real, valuable insights. Teach people something. Inspire them. Make them think. And finally, you have to own that conversation. Be the go-to person, the undisputed authority in that one specific area.
So, we've covered your digital footprint, being authentic, using tech the right way, and finding your niche. We have laid out the entire strategy. But now it's time to shift from just learning to actually doing. It's time to put all of this into action.
Just let that sink in for a second. Everything we've talked about really just boils down to one simple choice. Are you going to be intentional about how the world sees you, or are you going to leave it up to chance, to algorithms, to somebody else's opinion?
Because leaving your story to chance is selling yourself short. You have a unique voice, you have valuable expertise, and you have a story that is absolutely worth telling. It is time to own it, completely and unapologetically.
So I'm going to leave you with this question. Not if you'll shape your narrative, but how. How are you going to take these ideas and build a personal brand that is as bold, as savvy, and as unforgettable as you are? The tools are here. The strategy is clear. The rest? Well, the rest is up to you.
Thanks for listening. See you on the next episode of PaM++ Brand Talk Podcast.